I don't think it's beneficial to one state, so why in the world would it be beneficial to other states? It's just being mean and racial profiling people. So if it's not going to work for one place, I don't think it's going to work for the rest. You know, being older, like, I guess consider myself an adult, if I think that it's already going to affect me, I can't even imagine it affecting a child growing up and having to maybe see their parents being stopped just because of what they look like. You know, like, they might get a wrong idea of just what they look like, or I think it just affects a person, especially a child, because it'll shape their views on what they look like, where they're from. I don't think it's a healthy way for a child to be seeing. I would just see, I would think that it would promote more bullying or more racial profiling in schools, and you know, the environment shapes a child a lot, so I think it would just be very detrimental to their health and to their schoolwork. I know I would be really annoyed if I was a child and I kept seeing this around me. I would just have a negative view of myself, of what I'm doing. I don't know. I think it would just affect them mentally.
If I was going to support the implementation of this, it would be in Arizona, but I don't see the need for it anywhere else. Not even in Texas. I mean, there's a lot of, I can see where people are coming from, how, you know, a lot of the drug cartels and all that sort of stuff are coming over, and that's one of the main arguments for the law. But at the same time, I think the cons outweigh the pros in that, and I don't think it should be implemented in any other state. I guess it's raising our children in an environment to teach racial discrimination. If a child is there illegally and they're really good friends, you know, and one day all of a sudden that child's gone and you have to explain, oh, well, that kid was here illegally. And a kindergartner's not going to understand that, and they're just going to think, oh, that person is different from me. Oh, they're Mexican, so I can't be friends with anybody like that because they're just going to take him away. And I think it would be very detrimental to children, not just our society in general, but specifically to children, just because they don't have that understanding that adults would have in that sort of situation, and I think that's just harboring, if you will, another Germany, specifically in like the Nazi area. I know that's really extreme, but I think that's what would end up happening in that situation.
I think it's beneficial to us, citizens, but detrimental to people trying to get in, because I feel like people should have the opportunity to get in, but at the rate that it's happening, it's not good for us, and there should be something in place, but it is pretty extreme for what it is at now. Not the same law, some type of law similar to help enforce immigration, but not to the outrageous state that it's in now. I feel like it kind of breeds hate. People see it as like, yeah, this is against the law, it's bad. They look down on immigrants and stuff. But one thing a lot of people don't realize is like everyone here, especially Caucasians, are immigrants. So we all came here from somewhere else.
I understand that the purpose of the law is to make sure that there aren't too many illegal immigrants here and to be able to deport those that are here illegally. But I think that there's a better way to go about this than to encourage people to judge others depending on the way they look. If there is a problem with illegal immigrants here, then it speaks to more about the way things are organized. These laws basically encourage people to racially profile the people that they see. So to implement these kinds of laws is basically to tell children, like, it's okay to judge others based on what they look like and to encourage them to do so. We're trying to create a country, at least, with like equal rights for everybody, where everybody's the same and people don't get judged on based by appearances. It's just horrible to teach your kids that. You're supposed to be teaching kids acceptance and appreciation of other cultures, and to not see color when they look at people, but rather to see people for who they are. So to implement these kinds of laws is just, it's completely ruining everything that so many people have been working for so many years. Kids are very impressionable. So if you teach them from a young age that if you look white, you're okay, but if you don't look white, you're not okay, then that's what they're going to learn. And that's just breeding hatred and ignorance and small-mindedness. And it's not beneficial in any way to have these kinds of laws. It doesn't help anybody. It just hurts. It takes so many steps backward. And those kids are also going to be judged. It almost seems like it's going to lead to segregation again in schools, like where the white kids are all together and they're all happy because they don't get questioned, they don't get a hard time about the way they look, and the darker kids with different features or different accents or that know multiple languages, those are going to be the kids that are discriminated. It's still so disgusting and appalling to think that anybody thinks it's okay to judge people based on appearances. It's just not right.